The Supreme Court has required responses from the 4 states that Texas has sued. So those 4 states, again, Georgia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, they have to respond. Not just it's to the bill of complaint for leave to file the bill of complaint, a motion for preliminary injunction, a temporary restraining order, or alternatively, a stay, an administrative stay requested, and they have to reply by tomorrow at 3 p.m.
At which time, a lot of things could happen. They could ask for a reply brief. They could grant the orders. They could set it up for oral argument. They could deny the case. So at that point, issues joined. This is what they have to respond to. That's the depth of the paper, the legal arguments that have been asserted for these various motions.
This is going to give the people a chance to feel more a part of the election, feel like it's a credible election. I mean, look, I think the Democrats should be very eager to see this to the end so that they have the ability to say, look, you petitioned the courts, and now we have to live with the decision. So trying to stop an independent court proceeding, I think, is the dangerous part. And watching the Democrats scramble to try to shut this down, I think, is going to come back and haunt them for a very long time.
There are legal theories that become defenses. In other words, these states are going to mount a defense. One of the defenses they're going to raise is that probably their state Supreme Court said this process was fine, and thus the voters, Harry, relied on it. That'll be one of their defenses. I don't know how that cures an Equal Protection Clause violation, but they're going to raise something like that. They may raise that kind of like a reliance argument in that sense. So, I mean, they're going to come up with defenses.
But the original claim made by the state of Texas remains very, very powerful. The rules are governed first by the Electors Clause of the United States Constitution, which then gives power to the state legislature in Pennsylvania, and the court disregarded both the Constitution, that is the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, and disregarded the role of the state legislature. Hence, those votes should not be counted, because to count those votes disenfranchises not only the other citizens of Pennsylvania, but it dilutes the votes in other states.
I think it's most likely they would say the election process, go to Andy and Harry on this, the election process was invalid. Thus, the legislature under the Constitution would be selecting the electors. I don't think they're going to order a new I don't see a chance of them ordering a new election.
No way.
Right. No. The Attorney General of Texas is very specific in saying to the Supreme Court, I'm not asking you to pick the president. I'm not asking you to do that. What I'm saying to you in plain, simple English is this. My electors in Texas were chosen in a constitutional manner. The electors in Pennsylvania, Georgia, sorry to say, Michigan and Wisconsin were not chosen in a constitutional manner, and here are the violations of the Constitution that happened in the Electors Clause and Equal Protection.
If this goes back to the states, Jordan, the state constitutionally, if it just goes back to the state legislature, then these are Republican states.
The state legislatures are controlled by Republicans, some by like 1 or 2. So, I mean, they can easily select electors by the Supreme Court's not going to tell them how you have to select electors.
Nor are they going to pick them.
Nor are they going to pick them. They could pick all Trump electors. And they could do that because they could say, or they could say, we still want to abide by the vote. You know, now, that would be kind of bizarre because the Supreme Court would be telling them that their vote was conducted illegally. But they'd still have that right.
Either they would cast new electors, or maybe it doesn't get there. But, Jordan, if you're a state legislator and you have a choice to make a decision for your own state or let it go to the House of Representatives, what would you do? I think there would be at least a good faith effort to come back together and send their slate of electors.
To be clear, Supreme Court's not picking winners here. But I'll tell you what's going to – if they rule in favor of Texas, these 4 states, legislatures – under the Constitution, this has all been thought through by our founding fathers. Either they can come up with electors, or if they don't, it goes to the Congress to decide. If you don't get to 270, that's what happens.